the courthouse right now. Hold on, I want to make sure that my Bluetooth is up on. Give me 1 second. All right, the Bluetooth is off, so I'm just leaving. As you can see, I just walked out the door. Out the door, we have oh my gosh, guys, you can hear the lady in the background talking. It's a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't plan on going into the court at all, but I did it because I said, it didn't make sense for me to go in because really wanted a reaction from outside the court, right? But last night I came in and I went to bed and I was just dreaming about this case. This is what happens to me sometimes. It even happened to me in my career. Like sometimes there's a problem, there's an issue that is boggling my mind, and I sleep on it, and I wake up to a decision that I feel that I need to make. Most of the time it's related to work, and most of the time it's to solve a complicated problem. And as a result of solving that problem, I'm able to rest easy. So last night I went to bed because I spoke to a young lady who got into the court. At least, she got into the overflow room and she told me what to do. She said, you don't have to be here overnight. She said that she was able to get in and she was there, I think, at 8:15. And she said, if you get there anytime before 8:15, you can get inside the courthouse. So, again, I just couldn't sleep. I said, okay, I want to go to the court. But I didn't know, I didn't confirm going until I woke up this morning. Because one of the things is I suffer from sleep apnea. So it's exhausting to wake up early. Most of the time I can't even function. But again, I couldn't sleep last night. So I woke up early, got in a cab, because there's no way I was going to be able to take the public transportation. And I got here, I stayed online, and I got inside. I'll explain the steps and techniques and stuff like that as far as getting inside later. But I was able to get inside, and I get inside the courtroom because the actual trial room where the judge and Cassie is, because there's a lot of people, and the reporters obviously has priority. One thing about the court is that some of the reporters were pissed off about is that they're treating, I'm out of breath, guys. They treat the public, or gave the public access like they give the reporters. And a couple of reporters was upset about that. They didn't think it was fair, Anyway, so I go inside. I get into one of the overflow room. I was lucky because I was sitting in the front, so I was able to see the monitor. And I was able to clearly hear everything. One of the reporters said yesterday that they couldn't hear everything, but you clearly could hear everything. You could hear the testimony and everything. Another thing you could do is that they actually show the evidence. Now, I wasn't able to clearly see all the texts because where we are, the monitors, at least at the side I was sitting on, the monitor is kind of small, but they read out the texts to you. Let me tell you guys, I don't even know what to tell you. You have to be, I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know if I could say you have to be a woman to understand what the hell is going on. Because I think when it comes to abusive relationship, victims of abuse or survivors, I would say, understand, the people who advocate for working survivors understand what they're hearing, what they're seeing. They also understand the nuances. First of all, I'm going to say this again. And I'm going to keep saying it again. I find Cassie to be extremely credible. She's just telling her story. I mean, she's just telling her life, how her life was, you know, was when she was with him. So to me, even when I read the court case, I'm like, this rings so true to me. So listening to her today, she seemed credible. She's not even trying to make it appears that she didn't love Puff Daddy, Diddy. Her text says it, she says it several times on the trial that she loved him. She said she didn't like to see him with anybody else. She explained the relationship, so it's not as if she's lying and saying, oh, I hated this guy and stuff like that. She said I had a relationship with him and I loved him. But a lot of the stuff that he made me do, I wasn't happy with and I didn't want to do it. And the only way to go through it is to be constantly on drugs, constantly drinking. One of the things I think that impacted me, a lot of stuff that happened in the court impacted me today. But I think the one that slapped a bunch of us in the face, there's a lot of stuff, but I think one personal one, when she talked about UTI, which is uterus or tract infection, right? And a lot of ladies suffer through that as a result of our cycle, after we have kids, unsafe sex practice. It's just something that normally happens. And when she was talking about having to have freak off with that, I think a lot of women understood exactly what that takes. Like, I don't think males have that affection, but I could definitely tell you women does. And if you are in the middle of that type of infection, you don't have antibiotics and stuff like that, even the act of urinating during that process is so very painful. So I can't even imagine how it feels like to have to do a freak off and have male genitals in you back to back during that period of time. When she said that to me, it's like statements like that was like, will slap you across the face like, this girl is not lying. This girl is not lying. She talked about several incidents when she tried to, even in the midst of being upset with him, that she tried to give herself distance. Like, he's angry, so I'm angry at him for causing something, so I want to be separate from him. And he would just call her and not give her the space that she needs. You know what I'm saying? In a relationship, you get in fights with your significant other all the time. A good amount of time, if you have a fight, you go to separate corners. You get it together, you come back. Whether an abusive relationship, just a regular relationship, he just wouldn't let her live. He wouldn't let her get over it. He demanded to be a... It's just a lot. It's just so much. So anyway, I'm gonna come back and give more insight later. Just want to tell you guys that I was in the courthouse. I went in there. I saw the family. Saw the sons up close and personal. They don't allow you to have devices in there, so I couldn't take any videos or pictures or anything like that. But I'll come in and tell you guys more later. I'm going to show the videos that I put it in private of me going in as proof that I actually went in there. So we'll talk later. I don't know if I'm going to go back there. If I do it, maybe in a couple of hours I'll go back to hear what else is said. But I just wanted to, again, actually be in the courthouse, in the courtroom, and hear it myself in person to see if I felt that she was as credible to me in person hearing her voice as it was on paper. And To me, she was. All right, later, guys. I'll let you guys know if I get back in here. But after this, a lot more to say about this morning testimony. All right, bye. Oh my God. The prosecutor, not the prosecutor, the defense is playing games. They're trying to withhold evidence that they were supposed to submit since April. They're trying to withhold evidence, and then the prosecutor, the government is fighting to get all these evidence. They're trying to explain how certain evidence is not needed to be given in advance because they don't want the governor to prep the witness. Where they're showing exact texts of her saying that she loves him, wishing him a happy Father's Day and everything like that. So she's not trying to lie. She knows that she's been in a relationship with him, and there was some text where she was like, I want to F you, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not sure what evidence that the government the defense is trying to hold, but apparently the prosecutor is accusing the defense of ambush, right? And the judge and the prosecutor got them to admit that they did not submit certain evidence on time. So now they have until the cross-examination to actually get the evidence to the prosecutor, to the government, and to Cassie's lawyers. They're already playing games. Like, if you have such a clear-cut case, why are you trying to hide evidence and not submit it on time? So they're already playing games. So I'll talk more about that later. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay.